Today's adventure will have us start at Crewe railway station on the West Coast Main Line, and Crewe station is a very busy station with lots of different destinations. But the plan I've got today is that we're heading towards Stockport, but we're only going as far as Alderley Edge. So the train right behind me is a Northern Class 323 electric multiple unit, and this is the 0937 to Manchester Piccadilly, and this does stop at Alderley Edge, and to be honest, where's the fun in that? So we're going to spice things up a little bit by visiting 4 railway stations between Crewe and Alderley Edge, and the first station I shall visit is Sandbach.
Welcome aboard this Northern Service 2, Manchester Piccadilly. The next station stop is Sandbach.
So we have now arrived at the first railway station we are stopping off at today as we head towards Alderley Edge. This is Sandbach, and it does have 3 platforms here, so it's a bit unusual. Platform 1 is for services towards Crewe, Platform 2 is for services towards Manchester Piccadilly, and Platform 3 is mainly used for freight, but sometimes if there's a fast service that is running late, they can loop the stopping service to Manchester Piccadilly on Platform 3. But for some reason today, our train did depart Platform 3 at Sandbach. And also this line gets a 30-minute frequency with northern services from Crewe to Manchester Piccadilly. One goes by Stockport and the other goes along the Style line but calls at Manchester Airport. However though, today the services are only hourly. And the reason why I'm doing this line today is because Stoke-on-Trent is closed for engineer work, so cross-country trains are being diverted along this line. Now that is quite interesting because the cross-country service going to Manchester Piccadilly also used Platform 3. But let's talk about Sandbach Station, because this station opened on the 10th of May 1842 by the Manchester and Birmingham Railway. However though, trains terminated here until August 1842 when they were allowed to extend their services towards Crewe. So on the 1st of July 1868, the London North Western Railway opened a branch line from Sandbach to Northwich, which called it Middlewich. Now that line closed to passengers in 1960, but it's still open as a freight-only line. And also the North Staffordshire Railway had a railway line from Sandbach towards Kidsgrove, which went by Norton Junction, which is on the Kidsgrove to Alsager line. Now that closed to passengers in 1930, but closed to freight in 1964. Sandbach Station is not actually in Sandbach, it's actually in the village of Elworth, and this is also Northern's most southerly managed station on their network. Northern's most northerly station they manage on the network is Chatfield on the East Coast Main Line. And also it's got a nice ticket office as well on Platform 1. It dates from the 1960s. Now I'm going to move on to Holmes Chapel, which is the next station up the line, waiting for the 10:45 Northern service to Manchester Piccadilly. But I don't know if it's going from Platform 2 or Platform 3, because most of the trains going towards Manchester today have been using Platform 3. So we have now arrived at the second station we are stopping off at today as we head towards Alderley Edge. This is Holmes Chapel. And this station also gets a half an hour frequency, but with today's cross-country services being diverted on this line, it's only got an hourly service between Crewe and Manchester Piccadilly. Also, this station, it does have a lovely ticket office. Now I know it's a 1960s building, but it still has character to the station. And it's also got two platforms here as well. Holmes Chapel Station is one of the original stations on the line when it opened. Holmes Chapel opened on the 10th of May 1842 by the Manchester and Birmingham Railway. So while I'm waiting for the 11:51 Northern service to Manchester Piccadilly, now's the right time to put these people's names on screen. These are YouTube channel members and patron supporters who help support the channel. And honestly, it's really appreciated that these people do help support the channel, and a massive thank you to them. So we're going to catch the next train now and head to our next station up the line, which is Goostrey. So we have now made it to station number 3 that we're stopping off at today. This is Goostrey. And this is one of the stations between Crewe and Manchester that always gets hourly service. When there's a 30-minute frequency, you do get northern trains passing through this railway station. And speaking of northern, the train we just caught from Holmes Chapel to Goostrey did run about 8 minutes late. That's the problem when you get trains diverted onto different routes. They're nice to see, but there can be a hindrance to the timetable sometimes. When the Manchester and Birmingham Railway built this railway in 1842, there was no station here at Goostrey. Goostrey was actually a latecomer to the line, and it opened on the 1st September 1891 by the London and North Western Railway. Goostrey Station does have a very lovely station building, but sadly it's not in railway use anymore. I think it's in some kind of use, but not in railway use. Also right behind me, there's some key features at Goostrey Station on the Manchester bound platform. There's a keystone, which is from a road bridge, which has the initials Manchester Birmingham Railway on it, which was opened in 1842. It was designed by George Watson Buck. But when the road bridge was replaced in the 1960s for electrification, the keystone remained and has been on display at Goostrey Station. And also there's an original lamp at Goostrey Station, also on display here as well. So since 2012, there's been a Friends group that has been maintaining this station, the Friends of Goostrey Station. And they really do a good job maintaining this station. But we shall be moving on to our next station now, which is the next northern service that I'll be catching, which is due here at 12:51. That will take us to the penultimate station, Chelford. So we have now made it to the penultimate station. This is Chelford. And also this station does get an hourly service as well, with one northern service when every 30 minutes do speed through this railway station. But with cross-country diverted today, there's only hourly northern service on this line. Also, the station buildings here actually date from 1960. They were designed by William Robert Headley, who actually redesigned 9 different railway stations during the modernisation of Britain's railways. And speaking of the station building, there is a chance to see the station building come back to life, because right behind me here it looks like Northern are planning to let the station building out for a commercial opportunity, which is good to see, to be honest. Station buildings should not be disused, they should be in some kind of use. And also, like how it says on Wikipedia, not to be confused with Chelford Station on the West Anglia Main Line. Maybe one day there might be a point to point from Chelford to Shelford. Chelford Station was one of the original stations when the line opened by the Manchester-Birmingham Railway. The station opened on the 10th of May 1842. There did also used to be engine sheds here as well, but they were demolished in 1880. Now, Chelford Station does have a claim to fame, but it's not in a good way, to be honest with you, because there was an accident that happened here in 1894 when a shunting operations was happening while they were shunting a luggage train. In the yard there was a high-sided wagon, and it ended up being blown away by the wind, but the wind moved it into an oncoming shunting train which was shunting 6 wagons at the time. The wagon smashed into the 6 wagons and it fouled the main line. After the wreckage happened, there was actually a train coming towards Chelford, the 4:15 p.m. from Manchester to Crewe, which was worked by 2 London North Western Railway steam locomotives, and they collided with the wreckage, with the wrecked wagons. One of the locomotives ended up derailing, but I have seen photos of the aftermath, and to be honest, it looked like a bomb site. However though, 14 people did lose their lives in the accident, with 48 people being injured. So we have visited the 4 intermediate stations between Crewe and Alderley Edge, but the journey's not over, because I did say we were going to Alderley Edge, and the next train that's coming in, the next northern service, will take us to Alderley Edge. So we have now made it to Alderley Edge Station, and today's journey from Crewe to Alderley Edge has really been interesting, especially with trains using platform 3 at Sandbach, which has also been fixed now, so trains are running through platform 2 once again. But I'm going to carry on from Alderley Edge in the future as we go towards Stockport, visiting the remaining stations on this route between Crewe and Stockport. But for now, I'm going over the old platform to head back towards Crewe, because this video right here starts at Crewe Station as I head up the West Coast Main Line towards Runcorn, which involves a 4-mile walk, which is not enjoyable. I've been SarahWithTheTrains, thanks for watching, stay safe, and hopefully you enjoy me as we embark on a new journey together at the next railway station.